Hello, my friends. Hi, YouTube. It's been a while, I know. I felt the urge to give some updates about my life before I start my work day. Today is Monday, August 4th, I believe, 2025. And a lot has happened since I last was posting on YouTube. I think the last time I posted was probably May, and that was before my China and Taiwan trip with my family. It was the first time I went back in more than 12 years, and it was a really good experience, really emotional, really impactful, and I hadn't been on a family trip in more than a decade. But that's for other videos. I have a lot of footage from that I still need to edit and look back on. But when it's such a heavy trip like that, and it's going back to my roots and learning about my family and seeing them after so much time, it takes a long time for me to come back to it. I think when I got back, I needed space, not just because I was ill, but also because emotionally it's a lot to take in and process as it relates to my family, as I learn more about my family through my extended family, which I didn't grow up knowing very well. So it's just getting more context about my heritage from the two countries was really eye-opening. So when I got back from this trip, it was June, beginning of June, and I got COVID. And so I rang in the summer with COVID, which I had last August as well. And so this is actually the third time I've gotten COVID while living alone, I realize. And the second time in this apartment. So I feel like I've been in a place where I've had to take care of myself so well, look after myself and really trust that I can do this. And of course, I had friends and family that came and brought me things and kept me company online because COVID was, I had to stay indoors and I stayed sane. In June, it was also my birthday. I turned 26 and that was really lovely. Had a birthday party and also went to dinner with some of my friends. Did end up getting a heat stroke at said dinner because this was during the big heat wave in New York, and that was not fun, but the people at the restaurant really took care of me well. They gave me an electrolyte popsicle, gave me bread, gluten-free of course, and they were bringing this whole tub of ice and electrolyte water and checking up on me the whole time. So it was nice to know that they took care of me and they could handle that. It's hard to talk to a camera again because in May I returned to TikTok. I feel like I took a 5-month hiatus, and coming back I literally haven't done a talking video where I'm talking straight at the camera. And that's kind of on purpose. I wanted to refine it a bit and, refining. I think last summer was about me refinding myself after my breakup. And then this summer is about refining. This whole year is about refining myself and what my passions are, my purpose, and how I want to present myself, how I want to grow and be seen. And so that's why I'm challenging myself coming on here to talk to a camera again. Did July really happen? July was a painful one, I have to say. Early July I was diagnosed with Lyme disease, or mid-July. You see, every morning I like to go on walks in my neighborhood, and it is a little bit of a is the woods and grass, and I've always done this since living here and never had to worry, or like, of course I worried about ticks, but I never had any of them on me. And then this time I found a tick in the shower. This is probably like a month and a half ago now, and that was the start of a lot of things. I didn't see any bites, marks, anything, so I thought I was fine. And like a week or two later, I started to feel really ill. And I actually suspected that it was long COVID because I had COVID the month before, and like it felt similar to the last time I got COVID. And then went to the doctor, got some tests. It was Lyme. It's hard for me to talk about Lyme right now because I'm still going through it. And today I had this surge of energy to talk about it. It almost feels like I'm stuck, or it does feel like I'm stuck, because I'm stuck in this lower capacity of my body. I get tired really easily. It's really hard to wake up in the morning, and when I do wake up, I'm in pain. It's different every day. Sometimes it's really sharp pain in my ankles or my hands or my back, and spasms. And the way Lyme attacks your body is scary. I also just have migraines every day, but I'm kind of used to that because I used to have migraines every day. And I can only walk outside for like 10 minutes tops before my heart starts to give out. And friends come to see me, and that's really lovely. And even though I'm exhausted after, I'm so happy to still connect with the world. I feel like social media, or like TikTok specifically, because I haven't been very active on Instagram because I think everyone can relate to this. Like, I want to post when I'm doing well, feeling good, happy. And I feel like TikTok, there's a more lenience with capacity and posting. So I've been leveraging that more. I've also been just trying to keep myself moving in other ways, like reading, writing, drawing, a lot of writing, just to document this part of my life where I do feel stuck, but to have evidence and to look back on, like, no, I was still growing, I was still doing things for myself, even though I can't go very far. Like, I can drive 5-10 minutes before I start to feel ill. Even like in public places that are really loud or with a lot of people and really sensitive right now, I start to get dizzy. Everything starts to hurt. I feel very heavy. And my jaw will start to hurt in a way where it's hard to talk. It's hard to chew. And then I can lose grip in my hands, which happened when I first tried to drive because I had to drive an hour away. Me and my sister did an art market. I only made it 10 minutes, but my brother came to rescue us and take us to the market. And somehow I got through it while really ill. It was adrenaline, truly. I'm on my 3rd week of antibiotics, and I do feel better than I did 3 weeks ago. But I am really nervous about how this is going to impact my future because Lyme goes dormant. It could come back. I was already eating like an anti-inflammatory diet because of my existing chronic pain, but the way Lyme is attacking the weakest parts of my body, specifically my cervical spine, my neck, and my shoulders, and my head, and basically the spine, so everything. I have to be really careful now, so I'm considering going keto. And I'm already gluten-free, So I'm just like trying to eat less carbs. But like, I'm Asian. How am I not going to eat rice? That is like the hardest thing for me to process. And I'm like, maybe in moderation. There are a lot of shifts that have to be done in my lifestyle to accommodate this, not knowing the predictability of my symptoms and flare-ups and how much longer this could be. Oh yeah, like right now I'm feeling all the pressure and gravity in my body, and I'm getting a little tired talking. Oh, the fatigue is starting, and throughout the day I just manage it by taking a lot of breaks. Like I'll work and I'll lay down for a while and then get myself to work. I drink a lot of electrolytes and ice water to keep me going. And usually I don't like ice water, but the lyme like wants ice water. Also wants sugar so badly, and I'm trying to not have too much sugar because I know that's what feeds the lyme, and gluten. Life is tough right now. But I'm really glad it's happening here while I'm living alone. Is this still going? Yeah. And while I'm living in nature, where I feel more at ease and my nervous system can be at a good baseline while I'm recovering. I'll say very briefly, also in July it was really difficult because I had a little heartbreak. I haven't felt that deeply of a heartbreak since my last breakup a year and a half ago, so that was really interesting to cycle through and allow myself to surrender to sadness, to scrolling, to rationalizing, to writing, to processing, and I feel more at ease now. Like I'm back to myself, which is always a good feeling. And just me wanting to talk and express myself is always a good sign that I'm back to myself. Starting to get really tired, so I'm gonna wrap this up because I still have to start my work day. But I'm hoping to catch up on YouTube and edit those videos from my trip that have been sitting in my computer for a while. And this is just a note to my future self, like, you're gonna be okay. I know this is also unpredictable right now and you're still ill, but you're gonna find ways to manage it, and there's people to talk to, there's communities. You're not alone. Your body is resilient and you know how much it's been through. And you're gonna find your way through it. I don't think there's a way out of it right now, but through it. And it's helping you grow. You're strengthening your mind, your body, and your soul through this experience. Not all summers are meant to be hot girl summers. The summer's meant to be an ill girl inside healing summer. And I've surrendered to that. I no longer feel like, no, I should be out with friends. I should be clubbing. I should be at concerts and dancing. Like, no, my body is at such a low capacity that all I can do is sit, lay down, and stand for short periods of time and walk for very short periods of time. And I allow that, and I accept it. The Mercury retrograde is going to be done soon, luckily. Apparently, this week is good for water signs. I'm a Cancer sun, Scorpio moon, Leo rising. But I don't know what will happen. But just this energy to express myself is enough for me on a Monday. So, see you soon. Be well. And be kind. Yeah.